Hey everybody, today we are going to talk about variables in Python and get to know them. Variables are simply names for your data, okay? For example, let's talk about it in our code. For example, I want to save my name somewhere, so I put it between two quotation marks that we call it a string. And if you don't know what is a string, in the next videos you will know. But I cannot save my name like this, okay? There's no problem, there's no error, but I cannot use it because it does not have any name for itself. It's not a data, okay? It's some piece of characters. But when I put this Amir Hossein in a variable, and we define a variable like this, for example, name or something else, whatever name you want to use for your variable, equal to this data. Now, Python will allocate some memory location for my data and name that part of the memory as name, or as, for example, let's say something. Okay, something. And now whenever I want Amir Hossein, I tell Python that to look for the something tag in the memory, and it will find something and looks for the value it has in itself and returns that value. Okay, so let's change it back to name, and we can save any data type in variables. For example, let's say age, I don't know, some 55, okay? Let's say is young, true, and that is a boolean. We can use booleans in variables. We can store booleans in variables too. We can store floats too. For example, let's say I don't know, something, I don't know what to call it, something, for example 15.62345, and that is even possible too. And you can save any kind of data types or data collections in a variable. For example, I can save, for example, a list, some list, and so I can save lists in a variable too. I can save tuples in a variable too, and whatever you want, whatever data you want, you can save in a variable. Okay, variables don't have any special limitations. As we talked here, we can save any kind of data type in a variable, so there's no limitation. And let's talk about this one too. We can define variables like this too. For example, name, age, is young, okay, is young, oh my god. And we can say Amir Hossein, comma 55, comma true. And now all of these variables are filled with these data here with respect to the order. Okay, Amir Hossein will be saved in name, 55 will be saved in age, and true will be saved in is young. There are some conventions for naming variables, and that is, let's say, don't use any vague or mysterious names for your variables. Just select some names, some variable names that are self-explainable. Another convention that is better to follow is that we always use lowercase letters in our variables, as you can see here, and we separate two words in a variable name. For example, some list with a underscore. These are some conventions to use variables, and as you can see here again, we can modify our variables too. We can change them. For example, if I now tell Python that I want name to be equal to, for example, Ali, from now on, name will be Ali. Let's print here, let's print name here first, and then print name after changing it. Okay, now if I run my code here, you can see first time I told Python that I want name, and Python went to the memory and found the memory block that is tagged by name, and that in that block of memory Amir Hussein was saved, so it printed Amir Hussein here. The next time, after modifying, now we told Python to save Ali in that memory block, which is called name. And now when I want to print name, there is Ali in that block of memory, and there's not Amir Hussein in that block. Okay, so it will print Ali for me. We can do other operations too. For example, we can use variable names to add two numbers together. For example, let's say a print. I want to print age plus something. Okay, age is 55 and something is 15.62 and blah blah. So I'm telling Python that I want to add these two variables together, and what these two variables represent, what these two variables are. So Python goes and finds age in memory, the data saved in age block here, and that is 55. Then it looks for the something memory block and finds that it is equal to 15.62 blah blah, and replaces those values with these variable names, and then adds them together, and lastly it prints the result. So if I run this code, we can see that the result is 70.62345. Okay, and that's it. That is all about variables. Variables are as simple as this, and many of these rules and conventions are used in other programming languages too, like in Python, with some differences. For example, in JavaScript, you should define the data type you want to save in that variable, but generally it is this. Okay, that's it. And if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and that bell button, and let me know in comments any questions you have in the comments. Thank you a lot, and goodbye.